Today is one of the days I woke up, and sometimes you got to wake up and you got to speak from the mountaintop. You know, a psychic told me that a psychic told me that it would be people that would try to come from it because we're getting too big. You know what I'm saying? And you all have to understand that once you start to develop and you start to grow at any level of success within your own life, whatever it may be, it can irritate the hell out of those who will never be great. So I say, let me talk about, this journey that we've been on, and let me talk about this journey that we headed to. You know, anytime somebody make a video or something, my sisters and them always send it to me, and I, for the most part, kind of laugh it off and shrug it off. You know what I mean? Because we always working on something bigger anyway. I don't mind the issues. I don't mind the problems because that comes along with the success, right? She wasn't a psychic per se. She would do the little card reading, but I listen to people who be in tune with the in tunes. You know what I'm saying? So, as I was listening to these things, I haven't heard, I haven't heard much that I feel or hear that I think is a problem. Because what I learned to do is allow your enemies to talk. You know what I mean? Because all they do is reveal their weakness. This internet is a weird game that you play with, but I'm somebody in real life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to be played with. Shout out to my brother New Era Detroit. But it's just that time, man. It's that time everybody got to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to standing on business, I put myself in front of the world to stand on it. That's how solid I feel about who I am at any point in time and what we gonna do. The whole thing about it is though when, you stand in a position like I stand and you get the teaching people, executing, and you do it at a high level, anybody is gonna look at that. No matter who you are, any black man with a level of success, man, it's gonna irritate the hell out of suckers. It's gonna irritate the hell out of devils. It's gonna irritate anybody at a passionate level, right? Number one, because of jealousy, because of enviousness, you know what I'm saying? And number two is because, what you demonstrate represents their weakness. That if the world is championing somebody that, do stand truth and do move how they move and do move confident or how they move confident, and they like, damn, if that's the new standard, then what people gonna think about me? But shit, it ain't my business to give a fuck about how people feel about you. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm moved with God. I move with Allah to a point where, man, ain't nothing around here gonna ever be torn down. I be having to talk this to just tell my sisters and my moms and my brothers and all of that, don't worry about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a vessel for anything that I do and I'm going to do. You feel me? And this is why we work and this is why we build. You feel me? And this is why we gonna continue to stand on what we stand on every single day. And we need more people that stand on it. We need more people that step out there because it's just not enough of the real. And we in an immature movement where you're starting to see figures starting to build it up, right? We see people that's starting to get into the forefront. We see this is a pushback from the demoralization of society where people don't want the truth. People don't want the truth. People want to be in sensationalized groups of gossip where you can present false evidence as appearing real. People want fear. You know what I'm saying? No. When you rock with the people that want power, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that move fearlessly. See, a black man that wants power, he gonna step up and he gonna stand up and he gonna speak his truth because he wants that power so he can feel safe in this world. So his children can feel safe, so his woman can feel safe. You know what I mean? He want to prepare everybody around him because he understands that preparation is the protection, right? Not having to stand in front of the bullet, but making sure that the bullets never come to his family and his folks in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, somebody said don't sell it. It ain't nothing to sell out for. Like, I'm happy with being a black man and, having the ability to utilize my gift, skills, and talents to impart that knowledge and or wisdom on other people. That's it. Ain't nobody asked the question yet, you know what I mean, about what we do on how they're going to assist or help or make this shit better. The black community always focuses on how they gonna try to figure out to bring something down, not how they gonna figure out how to bring something up. Niggas is always looking for some shit that they think is wrong. You know what I mean? But I ain't never seen a person step outside and air their laundry out. Man, we got to cut a lot of the fake shit that's happening in this community and just stand up on some shit and be like, man, fuck y'all, because that's the energy I'm on. I'm not one of them, let me be fake conscious, this, that, and the third. Like, nah, I ain't got no time for none of that. You feel me? If you're an enemy, just say you're an enemy. If that's what you want, just say that. But I don't play the games that everybody play, and I ain't got to be politically correct about nothing. And nor do I owe anybody explanations. I don't owe no apologies. I don't owe nothing besides shit. Y'all don't understand what it's like even standing in the light in front of the people, right? And standing in front of the light in front of the people and building. Y'all don't know. Everybody always talking about protect keys. Ain't nobody actually go do that. That's my job, to stay prepared. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, I'm talking about people from the higher ups to the lowers, always be like, keep talking that, keep doing this, keep moving. They ain't gonna help you. So every time we do something and we move, we figure out a way to maneuver so that we can push back on the things that we think are not good. Because we look at the culture that is. It's a culture of death and destruction every single day. It's a culture that poisons the mind, and motherfuckers is getting billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars for that. So anybody that speak truth and goes against that and has the ability to be charismatic, to speak, right, and do all of these things, now they goddamn are the ones who become the target. Every single day I think about that. People think it don't be on my mind. No, it be on my mind, but at the end of the day, it's like, shit, what I'm going to do with life? Give up. I'm not going to stop seeing the things that I see that make me want to speak up in the first place, that make me want to create shows like High Level Conversations. You know what I mean? To where we can reach the people at a maximum level and try to figure out how to construct these conversations in the public to where they can be a public good and a public service. We ain't stopping that, never. You know what I mean? Everything that we didn't try to do with these things, I've been trying to figure out how do we end up being rich and righteous? Because I done seen so many people with good hearts step into the light, but don't have any resources to protect it, don't have any resources to build anything. And we come from a generation of poverty. We don't come from a generation where we pass down wealth. So in the processes of building, if you make mistakes, mistakes have to be made in order to build great. When I go sit down and I talk to these venture capitalists, man, they in rooms where people are giving them billions of dollars based on ideas. The one who builds don't get the money. The man with ideas get the money. They give people money just based on having a huge idea that can change the world. In our community, we have to build everything. We have to come up with the concept. We have to come up with the vision. You have to do everything perfect along the journey. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you don't see things get built at all. Because a person be like, man, it's too much work to try to do something specifically as a good for the culture. Because as soon as you try to do something specifically as a good for the culture, you know what I mean? You become the target by not only those people on the outside, but by your own people. So a person be like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I tried. When I did try to shift and help, the very people that I tried to help be the very people that attack. Because they not going to get somebody on the outside to try to get at you. They going to get somebody on the inside, somebody that looks like you. It always comes from the inside when you look at the attacks. Ain't nobody ever brought no receipts on nothing. I on everything. I'm going to let everybody think what you want to, and then when I present it, I'm going to say, fuck y'all for believing it. I'm telling you, I don't have no political correctness in me. I'm not a corporate person. I'd rather everybody buy into it. You know what I'm saying? And then the moment when it comes, I want to see the loyalty test. I want to see somebody who believes this shit, somebody who going to say it. And then when it's time, it is what it is. Because I just don't have that whole Keys play defensive mode. Keys go back and forth. Keys be on debate mode. I ain't got none of that, man. That's for the suckers, man. Niggas who ain't got nothing going on with life and anything. I was just told when you start making it to a certain point, man, when you can have tours where you teaching people and you presenting a new culture. You know what I'm saying? We did that out of pocket. You know, I tried to figure out at the same time, how do we do that out of pocket, and how do we figure out how do we give money to people that's out there really in the streets, that's doing something real. And people always tell me, Keys, you leave so much money on the table. They be like, how come you don't stand in front of your audience and upsell? How come you don't have the 15, 20, 30,000? They say, man, don't you know what you can do with your platform? Don't you know you don't think I had these offers and people had these questions every single day? Every single day, somebody bringing, bruh, advertise this. Hey, push this. Create this challenge. Because they say, man, you got one of the greatest audiences ever. You done built this. Don't you know that the intelligence is there to do it every single day? I did a whole tour and we ain't do one upsell to nobody. Everything out of pocket. Why? Because it's truly just the passion of doing it. It's truly just the passion of doing it. And that's different. And people not even used to that existing. BWO is Block World Order, man. Right now, that's where we have our mentorship. That's where we have our mentorship. I remember it's like in this game, people bring up things out of context and they try to play with your name. I don't like people playing with my name because my name is my name, man. First of all, my given name is Jabril. That means strength of God. So when you say that, you know what I mean? All you're doing is evoking the strength of God. Anytime you say that, you feel me? And that's the angel Jabril, the one who got a message of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The one who blew the trumpet during the times that the people needed to hear. You feel me? And then 19 keys is a representation of unlocking the minds of the people, bringing them into the consciousness of God, right? So it's like, you know, I've always tried to blow the trumpet. I've always tried to, you know, proceed and give warning and give light and give knowledge where necessary. You feel me? And I'm going to make some mistakes along this journey, but I'm going to learn and I'm going to keep getting better at it. And that's only going to make me stronger. My goal is to expose you to the information. I remember the first time I got into this crypto shit, I was introduced, not the first time, but one of the times I got into on the ground floor at this little project. And I guess the people that was throwing the event, they was jealous of the fact that Big Keys came through and was the superstar of the event. Because I ain't put it on, but I told people to pull up. So they had some white boys there that was putting together this event. And to my surprise, they was about to launch a coin. So they launching the coin. They pulled me over, explained to what's about to happen. They said, man, you want to get into this. This is the first launch. It's about to go up. So I got some money in a little whoopty-wop. So we put it in there. They launch it. The money goes up. Shit, I'm happy and excited and ecstatic. If anybody was there for the TKNU, y'all remember that. We made a lot of people that day. Because right after it happened, I told people this was an experiment, and I got the receipt on the phone. That's the beauty thing about receipts. They go both ways, but the idea about life is about context so you can understand what it means. Because I had a business partner who fucked up the business. Man, I don't even know if I probably should just make this a man-to-man episode because I want to go into this shit. You feel me? And really break this shit down the way I want to because, man, these bitch-ass niggas are playing.
We kind of did it already.
We kind of did. If you go on the man-to-man, the last ones that's up. You feel me? Nigga try to play me like the nigga got paid the advertisement, right? Was you there in Miami that time? Yeah, so you was there. When we did that, I'll keep it a buck. We did the TKNU shit. Everybody there, these niggas introduced me to the motherfuckers, which is why I trusted them in the first place.
I got videos.
Yeah, we got the video. So, and we put the shit up there. And we talked the game later. So, we put the money in and nigga, the shit went up. And I'm like, damn, so this how it work? So, I'm thinking at the time, this is some long-term real shit because the little crypto play, they told me that they've been locked in with them boys for a minute. So they like, man, well, we want our shit to go. So this is the first time everybody want to give me some Ethereum to advertise something. So they gave me 5 Ethereum coin. You know what I mean? So I said, bet. All right. That means I can put it on the platform. When I put it on the platform, I told people, I did a whole live telling people, these white boys just paid me. You know what I'm saying? And if and I remember at the time, because people were laughing about the fact that I even said it, that it was white boys that paid me. You know what I'm saying? They like, how these people gonna pay you and you gonna tell the people that they paid you to say this? But, you know, what's 5 Ethereum? So I was thinking already ahead of time. And that's when I told people, if you get in, man, you get in at your own, you know, behest. And this is an experiment. You can lose all your money. So I got this shit written down at the time that I said it. You feel me? And so a lot of people did get in and made a whole lot of money. And then, you know, there's always going to be some people that held on to dear life, You know what I mean? And I guess in long term, this shit didn't pan out. And I told people not to. And then same white boys came back to me and tried to get me to promote something else or the same thing. And I said, no, I was going to charge them triple double. You feel me? And since that was a few years ago, and since then, out of everybody who ever asked me to promote anything, because by that time I learned the game. By that time I learned the game. When I learned the game, I forced them to sit down and I said, show me where this shit work. And they showed me how they made coins. And I said, oh no, it's too easy. If it's that easy to make coins, then this shit not real. And every single person that ever tried to get me to promote a coin, ever since then I said no. And you talking about at the time, I was the height of, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I was the voice. So you got to imagine how many people came to me and asked me that question. You know what I mean? All on Twitter, all through Instagram. Everybody had a project that they wanted me to promote. And I said no to every single last one. Now, why would I do that if the money's that good and that great? Because that's not how we moving. That's it. So it's a reason why a person go look at one single time. And matter of fact, go look at my page and many times that a person even paid me for advertisement. And I got one of the most popping pages on the planet Earth. I say no all day long. Some of you all be in my DMs asking if somebody can advertise. And I always say no, I don't do it. It's a reason for that. So if anything, all they doing is exposing the fact that, we stand on business once we learn. See, mans might do something once, but shame on me, we do it twice. So I think context matters, but it's like when you're trying to explain stuff on Mark Zuckerberg internet, people that want to be against you go automatically be against you. People that don't want to believe that, the gods out here exist and we move, they gonna want to be against you. So, I digress on that point. The other stuff, I'm going to go ahead and do something separate because I don't want to just miscombobulate so many different things. Everything else has already been explained, and you can go to my page just to see it, but we don't rehash the past back to back. Man, we got too many things moving forward on to the future. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, man, y'all got to go find that guy, Chris Cole, that was the worst business partner I've ever had in my life. If that's what you want to do. But beyond that, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got nothing else to say at the moment. You feel me? If you see me not doing business with somebody, it's because they ain't do good business and I stop messing with them. You know what I mean? That's it. When I stop doing business, it's done with. And then after that, I move forward and we move on and we start building. And anybody that's not in that circle, somebody said I blackball them. Man, people weren't fucking with you in the first place, boy. Then said I blackball them. Like some Jay-Z. Pause. No, but bruh, if people ain't rocking with you in the first place, there ain't no blackballing to do. You ain't have a platform to stand on. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I come from Oakland and St. Louis, so I'm not a corporate guy. I'm not politically correct with none of this. You know what I'm saying? I do things a little different, man. I be a little rugged, a little rough around the edges, how I come at things. You know what I'm saying? Person be trying to brush out the text message where he explained this whole long ass, fake ass paragraph. And I said, man, fuck out of here with that bitch ass shit. That is something I say. I'm going to be honest, man. Y'all act like I went to Harvard or something, man. My skill set that people love me for is the fact that, I expose them to new information and new mindsets and show them how to demonstrate, move, and inspire the people and teach and educate and get them new points of views and perspectives throughout life to where, it allows them to invigorate themselves. And I know what that feeling is like. I know what that feeling is like to be enlightened. And now you got this new way that you can go about moving. You got a new mentality that you can take. And I do think the mindset is the most important. You know what I mean? Because the mindset that you have is the most important thing that you can utilize. You feel me? And a lot of these boys be so weak and they don't be having no confidence and they don't know how to stand up on nothing. And that's what they be mad for. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started off just trying to figure out how do we take the private conversations that we have and make them public. And here comes social media. And then those private conversations become something that people want to hear. And then people like, yo, teach me how to communicate. Teach me how you think. And I'm like, all right, cool. You feel me? And then that becomes a trickle effect. I done been on almost every single platform that you can think of, and they upsold nothing. Why? Because every time I got on there, all I wanted to do was try to figure out how I can present and speak and inspire and educate anytime I get on those platforms. Every single time. Go look at every single one. What product am I pushing besides the truth? What product? You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody else out there got on there, all they would have tried to do is sell something to the people. I ain't trying to sell nothing. 99% of people that have came across this platform, all they did was take knowledge and went back home and live their life. If we wanted to be on some capitalism something, every single day, we'd be trying to figure out a way to sell somebody something. Which I don't mind selling you something, as long as it's something good. And this is why we're more thoughtful and we take our time when we go about doing things. This is why the people that you see me partner with now and the people you see me build with now, people that's true, tried, and tested. That's it. You know what I'm saying? True, tried, and tested. Everything that I do succeeds. Everything works. You know what I mean? We built the whole family business. We got Goldwater. The family been working for that business. Moms, sisters, brothers, you know what I mean? Cousins, everybody been working for that business and doing good. We got the sports malls. We done brought the lion's manes to the people with the new tropics and mushrooms. And that was a business that wasn't supposed to work. People tried to hate on that one when it first came out, but that's a business about healing. That's it. We got the crowns. People be really mad that the crowns be selling because people put them on and they feel empowered. They get that confidence. They step outside and feel like gods. People be mad at that work. But I ain't gonna lie, I understand why people be mad. Because nothing 19 Keys do should work.